Good morning, gamers. Welcome to the most important stream of the entire year. It's the Final Gamer Awards. How we doing, everybody? How is it going on this beautiful winter evening? So I feel like I have a couple of things to explain. Wrong mic. Goddamn, Discord has been so weird with our Streamlabs. Has been so weird with that stuff. Let me switch over.
And now my mic sounds good. There we go. Welcome, everyone. Okay, apologies for a late stream start. The day has been a little chaotic, and I have been preparing the Final Gamer Award Show. If you're not familiar, this is where we hand out a bunch of awards in different categories, such as pro wrestling, and a bunch of other stuff, games, anime, confusing things. And so, yeah, it's just about ready. It'll be a little messy, but that's okay. Second of all, I am wearing a shirt and tie. Believe it or not, this is not for the Final Gamer Awards. It's because I had to attend a funeral earlier today, which was very sad, and I did not have time to change. And so now this is what you get. Like the haircut, John. Thank you. Good morning. Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Important question. How many Muppets will be involved? Same answer to that question every time. Not nearly enough. Bold move, wearing a black shirt with neon lighting. Well, this is a purple shirt, first of all. Second, it's covered in fluff because I made the mistake of putting a hoodie on because I will cold. Shit, man, condolences. It's okay. It wasn't anyone I actually knew. It's sad. Like, I don't want to get too much into it, but I guess it was a friend's dad. Someone I'm quite close with. Their dad passed away 1 week ago, and it was extremely, extremely sad. Like, it was like, basically, it was the exact kind of thing you dread. It's no warning, no prior conditions, just had a big heart attack and died. And fuck, it sucks, you know? Like, it really, really does. And it's like, it's such a reminder that, you know, put the petty shit aside and tell your loved ones you love them, because you really never know when it's going to be the end, you know? Yeah, I don't want to get too into it. But yeah, it's very sad, and you know, condolences to everyone who condolences. I don't really want to bring up their stuff too much, because it's like, you know, it's their shit. But yeah, it was really, really sad. But I think death, unfortunately, is the only thing as inevitable as life. Frog Fractions Game of the Year edition better win best soundtrack. Did Frog Fractions release a Game of the Year edition in 2025? That would be the most Frog Fractions shit if they did. Princess Mercury, thank you for the 2-month subscription. Mikusai, thank you for the 2-month subscription. Let people's notifications are not showing up. Let me just turn them back on. Sorry, everyone. We have a few little holdovers from the charity stream last week that I am going to fix up here. And we should be good. Notifications should be back on now. Laroy, thank you for the subscription. Jules, thank you for the 27-month subscription. Holy shit. Lucky Dagger, thank you for the 13-month subscription. Thank you, everybody. Lango, thank you for picking up some merch over at iPatchholes.com. I appreciate it.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Look Outside sweep. We'll get to Look Outside. Makima will win Gamer of the Year. I genuinely thought of doing a Streamer of the Year award, and I would list a bunch of popular streamers and then me, and then I would give it to me. I thought that would be funny, but then I decided not to do it. Welcome, everyone. We have a bunch of people here. I voted Expedition 33 best overall wrestler. Hope he wins. We'll have to see. GP Parsons 190. We'll just have to see. I hope Sandfall is on hold for when they sweep the Final Gamer Awards. Yeah, well, I mean, okay. So the way this is going to work is we have a bunch of categories to hand out, and then we are going to rank the top, I'm going to say 12 games of the year. Still no notification kicking off there. That's odd. Or maybe there was. Kaor Kasmexi, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it.
1 million dongs.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, boy.
Long Lost
Got the fake
Lasers.
game book. It's so pretty.
Got the fake game book. It's so pretty. Thank you so much, Long Lost Lasers. I'm glad you like it. I'm in a good mood. Got all A's on my college courses this semester. Fair play, USB. I am so close to being done working this year, and I cannot wait. I have a few little jobs I got to kind of hone in on, and after that, I'm free. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play okay video games and watch average anime, and I cannot fucking wait. But yeah, few little things first, guys. So number one, we're coming off the worst charity stream ever. And it was, you know what, I'll say it. I had some grand aspirations with that charity stream. There was stuff I really wanted to achieve. And the stream ended up being completely pointless. I failed 100% in what I wanted to do. And I don't blame me. I blame the audience and I blame my guests. Because they made it impossible for me to beat Shenmue 3 on stream. And so the whole thing was completely pointless. There was just, you know, like we did raise we did raise well, let me see the final number. Let me just pull this up. We raised $42,000
$1 million
for the
oh, boy.
Medical Aid to Palestinians funds. But to me, what I think the Medical Aid to Palestinians fund could have really used is a one-sitting completion of Shenmue. And, you know, I don't know how much $42,000 is even going to do without that. Like, if they don't have the hope that me beating Shenmue 3 in one run would have given them, then I really have to ask what was the point? You know, what was the point of anything? Unfortunately, I'm also gonna have to try again next year and beat Shenmue 3 in one sitting. I just have a list of guests that are banned. Number 1, Timur. Timur is banned from next year's stream. Number 2, Wooly Versus banned from next year's stream. Number 3, Babe Ruthless. Made me hold my controller in a way that hurt my hands, banned from next year's stream. Number 4, Foxcade. Absolutely Foxcade. Banned from next year's stream. And number 5, permabans from the internet. It's Frankie Lolia. Never again will she appear on this channel. And not Frankie. Oh, Pop Tart. Frankie. I am dispersing my assassins to Frankie's location for her actions. Frankie is an icon. No, she's not too sleepy for this. But yeah, it was the charity stream was a complete failure. And again, I really don't think the Medical Aid for Palestinians is going to care about all the money we raised, considering we didn't beat Shenmue 3. I hope they accept it. is all I'd say. You know, I hope that they actually they take it on board, because I wouldn't. If I were them, I wouldn't accept the money. But yeah, you know, that's life. Sometimes things don't work out and there's nothing you can do about it because the universe is chaotic. And sometimes things don't work because you know exclusively awful people, and they try and hide your shine under a bushel every second of every day. And I am a victim of that. I am living proof of that. Venom Goose, thank you for the subscription. Zelacron was holding it all together. R.I.P. Zelacron. So Zelacron is tough because to keep the beard on, I have to push my jaw forward, and so I end up talking like this for an entire hour, and it really hurts. And this is how I have to talk. Hello, it's me, Zelacron. Like that's what I have to do. Why is it double audio? Let me see here. So there's one. That's very strange. Why would it be doubling the audio? Let's kill that. Oh, maybe that's it. No. Hopefully that's fixed the double audio. Anyway, yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Final Gamer Awards. I guess first of all, I always like to do my thanks. I would like to thank Jeff Keighley for hosting the Final Gamer Awards pre-show. I appreciate it every year. He doesn't have to do that, and he does every single year. He hosts the pre-show to this award show about a week or two in advance, and I really appreciate it. I genuinely do. I'm always happy to shout out a little guy. And Jeff Keighley, thank you so much for hosting a previous drastically inferior award show. I appreciate that a lot. Guys, if we could thank Jeff Keighley in the chat for his efforts, it's very much appreciated. And go check the little fella out. Go check Jeff Keighley out. Real up and comer. I think he's a streamer or a YouTuber or something like that. And I think his award show is nice. It doesn't like get at the heart of the final gamerisms, but it's like it's interesting. You know, it's interesting. But yeah, you know, I appreciate like what he's attempting. I can't imagine, like, obviously it can't come after the Final Gamer Awards because this is an impossible act to follow every year. And that's okay. That's okay. We need... Okay, yeah, what was the story with Jeff Keighley? Fucking... Did he have sex with Miss Piggy? Was that a joke? I didn't actually watch the Game Awards. I just watched... I feel bad. I only watched the trailers just because I was really, really busy the last while. Charity streams are an incredible amount of work to set up, and every year I forget about it, and then every year I'm setting it up, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much work. People think Jeff Keighley likes the Muppets because he always has them on his pre-show every year, but that's what they want you to think. The truth is that Jeff Keighley is a Muppet. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I like the Muppets. I like the Muppets a whole bunch. Who wouldn't want to have sex with Miss Piggy from Seems OK Studios? I don't want to be vulgar here, but that sure seems like a pig that knows her way around the bedroom. Know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not expressing any desire on my part, but I'm just saying, if you lined up a bunch of people in front of me and said, which one of these do you think really knows how to have sex? I'd point to Miss Piggy and I'd be like, I bet she knows some stuff, you know? So you didn't see Cody and Roman on stage. I saw a picture of them on stage. I did not see them on stage. I do. JG Parsons 190. I do not know what you're saying. No. Fair. Furry confirmed. Listen, people have been trying to furry confirm me for years. I'm not. Or I don't. That's not my thing. I just have interests that are sometimes occasionally adjacent to that. Okay? I thought Beastars was pretty good. I think Brand New Animal looks great. I think Renamon is cool. And that's it. Plastiboot just announced Vermis 3 2 hours ago. Nearly like I knew that. I actually did know Vermis 3 was coming out. Makes a furry OC his anime AU. Okay, look Digi Giorno Giovanna 420. I don't need this, okay? That's all I have to say about that. I don't, if you're not going to, okay, I'm going to say this to everyone in the chat. If you're not going to support me unquestionably for all time, no matter what I say or do, and if I ever do anything bad, you say that it's AI and that I didn't actually do it, then I don't need you as a fan. Okay? Speaking of which, did you see the Larian backlash around their AI statements? Yeah. I am very surprised at Larian Studio. This is so here's what it is, okay? For me, right now, I don't think that any studio should be using AI because I feel like the conversations about what it is and when it's ethical and when it's not are still happening. And I understand people want to say that AI is unethical in like every single possible configuration. I don't know if I agree with that, but certainly like generative AI and generative AI pertaining to any kind of artistic assets or like any kind of creative assets, why does any studio want involvement in that? And like when I say I don't think it's unethical in every way, it's because look, there's ways AI can be used like for in fields like tech or programming and stuff that's like I can kind of make a little more, I can kind of understand it a bit better. But in terms of like generative assets, no, don't do that. Don't fucking do that because like at the end of the day, you are sourcing stolen assets to make work easier. And look, the whole argument about it's going to make life easier for the bottom rung workers, absolutely not. I could even buy into the fact it might make life easier on one project now, but the next time it comes to applying to funding for an art project and like people are trying to crunch the budget as tight, the first thing they're going to do is be like, oh, we can use AI to do like half the team. So absolutely not. I don't want to get into a big fucking AI thing. But yeah, I was really, really surprised at Larian Studio. I really hope they walk that back. It hit me harder that Expedition 33 used AI in a minute of months ago in a French interview. Yeah, Magic Lottie. So I heard about that a couple of hours ago. I just never heard it before. But anyway, yeah, look, don't want to get into a big AI discussion because I've already talked about AI a ton, and we also talk about it on the next versus Wolves. Are you an Expedition 33 hater now with what has come out then? No. No, I'm not. We will talk about Expedition 33. I don't know enough about how they used AI, like, so I look, the story for me, I don't know enough about it to really take that into account, and I'm just going to be ranking Expedition 33 on the experience I had with it. Expedition 33 didn't abuse its AI use. Don't spread false news. Goku 5587. Um, I'm not spreading false news, and don't be weird in the comments, dude. I will ban you so fast. But yeah, so we all know John chose the wrong ending. Okay, this is a second controversy that's coming up with Expedition 33. They used AI for a placeholder texture that was basically just newspaper wrapping. Look, I get that. Everything I said still applies. Like, I think it's just too fucking early in the discussions about AI to decide when it's okay and when it's not. And to me, any art asset that's using AI, that's fucked. I don't like that. My stance could change on that in the future. I don't think it will. But, like, yeah, okay. I don't want any more discussion about the AI shit. Big fan, not accusing you. Please don't ban. Okay, apologies, Goku5587. I think I misinterpreted your message. No worries. Okay, so awards. Okay, let me pull up my doc here. I think we need some music going. I think we need a little music. Are you excited for Return to Silent Hill in a few weeks? That's the movie, right? Did we? I don't think we ever watched the trailer for that on stream. That could be fun. Ah. Sorry, sometimes YouTube will recommend me my own videos, and I don't like it when they do. 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago. Okay, fuck it. Let's check out the trailer for Return to Silent Hill.
James, so much time has passed, but I'm asking to please come back to our special place. Something's happened.
Okay. I'm trying not to fanboy here, but you don't change the letter.
Love, Mary.
I think your mic changed. God damn it.
There we go. We should be back to normal. Sorry about that, everyone. From the studio that brought you Terrifier 3. Not 1, not 2, just 3. The Christmas movie.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Everyone got sick in Silent Hill.
Show me Maria.
Something's happened here. Something really, really bad.
Wait, is this James? Is this meant to be James? This motherfucker is wearing a leather jacket. This guy is wearing 2 different necklaces. He has fashionable stubble. That is not James. Like, he doesn't need to look one-to-one to like how James looks. This is not James. This is like a different character. Based on the visionary game Silent Hill 2.
You're doing. It won't be enough to save her.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy?
Oh. I think the visual effects in this look pretty bad. Like, look at the knife dragging along the floor here. That looks shitty.
You woke him up.
No one said it would be easy.
I'm here. I'll always be here.
That looks pretty bad, guys. I don't think that looks very good. Hey, I mean, look forward to the regular Eye Patch Wolf video on this one. But I think that looks Kin 4438, it's very 2000s visuals. It really feels like a horror film from like the early 2000s, doesn't it? But yeah, I don't think that looks good. What are the comments like? Bro, why the fuck does James look like he's a guitarist in a rock band and he drives a Mustang? I completely agree. Why does James look like he should be a member of Asking Alexandria? Actual game. No more than 4 nurses per floor. Hollywood, we need at least 20 nurses on screen all the time. Congratulations to Akira Yamaoka for getting another paycheck by remixing this soundtrack. We will always have the game. The movies can't hurt us. My God. Look, that's a weak trailer. That does not show very well. I'm still going to go see it. I want to know what it's like. It doesn't fill me with confidence. I refuse to watch because I hate the director. Who's the director? Return to Silent Hill. Christoph Gans. What else has he done? Wait, this is the guy who directed the original Silent Hill movie? The like not very, the like kind of okay Silent Hill movie? You don't bring him, and he's the writer? He's the writer and director on both. That is such a bad idea. That is such a bad idea. Did the original Silent Hill movie make money or something? I mean, it did okay. It had a budget of 50 million. Its box office was 100 million. I would say it probably made about, given marketing costs, it probably made about 25 million in profit, which is like not bad. So I guess like the first was like modestly successful, but that's not what you do. That is fucking crazy. Like, do you not hire a new director and do something cool with it? That's insane. I'll go see it. But yeah. And the Street Fighter movie trailer came out as well. I kind of want to watch that. I have already watched that. I love how weird the Street Fighter trailer looks. I think it genuinely looks like really cool. It's got a vibe. It's got a vibe. You know, I think this actually looks kind of interesting. Can't wait for the Silent Hill movie to get a nomination for Best Adaptation at the Game Awards. I mean, Until Dawn someone got nominated from Karuta Cowboy 7477. I think that looks kind of okay. Anyway, guys, we're kind of burying the lead here. It is the Final Gamer Awards, and it's time to hand out our first award category, Wrestling Match of the Year. Okay, here we go. Our first nomination is... Oh, that ain't right. That is also not right. Why is that not working? Our first nomination is Hiroki Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr. This was a really, really great match. Basically, I did a little section on Hiroki Goto in the last Favorite Things video. This is a guy who's been in New Japan for 20 years. 20 years ago, it really seemed like he was the future of New Japan. And then, you know what? I kind of want to put on a soundtrack. I feel like listening to some Earthbound or some Undertale, I think. Okay, we'll get a little Toby Fox mix here. So yeah, this guy basically 20 years ago, people see him as the future of New Japan. He's going to be the title holder. He's going to be the face of the company. It never happens. And he spends 20 years wandering in obscurity, kind of bouncing up and down the New Japan card. And this year, our boy, Hiroki Goto, and that better be spelled Goato, he beats Zack Sabre Jr., he becomes the heavyweight championship holder, and it was a fucking beautiful moment. It's the kind of like long-term storytelling that professional wrestling does so well, and it was phenomenal. Next up, Mariah May versus Toni Storm. This is like one of the best feuds in modern wrestling. It's just two women who are both like incredibly good at conveying emotion, at conveying a story. They fucking hate each other, and this was their big blow-off match in AEW this year after a trilogy of matches, and it was phenomenal. It was so good, and you could really feel the hatred between them. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. This was the main event of night one of WrestleMania, and probably one of the few high points for what was the most depressing WrestleMania of all time. I am viciously disappointed with WWE and how they've kind of handled their product this year on several different levels. I can't deny I thought this was a great match. Kazuchika Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey. This was interesting because I've seen Mike Bailey a bunch of times live, and he is phenomenal. This was just the kind of match that shows up on television and absolutely blows you the fuck away. Great match from an all-time veteran of the business versus a newcomer, and both just like showcase like why they are like worth getting excited about and still worth getting excited about. I loved this match. Next up, Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. This was during Will Ospreay's or Hangman Adam Page's title run this year. This was this year, right? Let me just check something real quick. Yes, 2025. There was a moment in this match where both men had like given it everything they could, and they stood across and they were both like, let's do our finishers. And it was like a Mexican standoff moment. It was just fucking brilliant. Who's the newcomer? Speedball Mike Bailey has been wrestling for 20 years. I mean, newcomer in AEW, JG Personas. Guys, please don't make me qualify every statement. It is... it just gets a lot. Yeah, I thought, and like, what's beautiful about this match is it was really meant to be like Will Ospreay's coming out party in terms of like, he was meant to win. This felt like a match he was meant to take, and then when he didn't, it was fucking heartbreaking. Like, look at this, it was awesome. And I would also say it was a crowning match in Hangman Adam Page's second title run, and I think this title run is what cemented him as like one of the best. Next up we have the AEW Women's Blood and Guts match. This Blood and Guts match to me was a point where it made WWE seem silly by comparison. Like, this felt like 10 women inside 2 cages genuinely trying to kill each other. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I turned up the music a little bit. You should be able to hear it now. And this happened within 2 weeks of WWE hosting their War Games match, which is like the same idea. And the women's War Game match, it just felt like a bunch of cartoony high spots. This felt like a genuine fucking war, and it was incredible. It was so good. I thought everyone was great, and it was such like an amazing showcase for like AEW's women talent. Absolutely phenomenal. And then finally, Tam Nakano versus Saya Kamitani. This was the final match in the career of a women's Japanese Joshi legend in Tam Nakano, and I will say that I'm going to be talking about Stardom a little bit today. I am no expert on Stardom, just to say. I'm only really kind of like getting into it and catching up on some things, and the reasons for that will become obvious later. But Saya Kamitani and Tam Nakano are fucking brilliant. Saya Kamitani was in my 2024 match of the year against not Hikaru Shida, against Mina Shirakawa, and it was so good. This match is like, it's everything you want from like a retirement match. You could feel the weight on both wrestlers for like, okay, which one of them is going to retire.
1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Foolish Mortals, thank you so much. Hi,
John, I hope you're having a great day.
I'm having a perfectly fine day, Foolish Mortals. Thank you. And yeah, I just thought it was a phenomenal match and a great showcasing for like why Saya Kamitani is like it right now. And the winner is... it's Hiroki Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr. This is just the match that made me believe that maybe things will be okay. And I would say the match itself wasn't as like technically crisp as other items on this list, but the 20-year story of Hiroki Goto is what kind of put it here, and I loved it for that. Okay, next up, Anime of the Year. The nominees are... shout out to Toni Storm, absolute darling for AEW right now. She's amazing. Toni Storm is one of the best things going in wrestling right now, like unquestionably. By the way, Saya's title reign matches are all free on YouTube for the next week. VCOM7418, thank you so much. Yeah, I am absolutely, as soon as I am done at work, I am going to spend time watching them. Okay, Anime of the Year, Call of the Night Season 2. Season 2 of Call of the Night absolutely blew me away. What started as a horny reverse Twilight anime has evolved into a anime about sad lesbian vampires, and it's so beautiful, and its story is so weird and fun and like somber but funny, and the second season really shocked me with how good it is. Devil May Cry. the Devil May Cry anime came out, and in some ways it was pretty good. In some ways it was like, yeah, I like that. I like that. And in some ways, maybe less good. Maybe less good in like the broader picture for some of the things it was trying to say. Maybe a YouTuber close to this channel will release a video on that soon. It will not be me. There were some things I thought were good about this. There were some things I thought were not good. I thought the production was pretty decent. I thought it looked all right. And I also understand why people are mad. Next up, Solo Leveling, baby. This is one of my least popular picks. I get a lot of shit for liking Solo Leveling. And the reason is simple. I think Solo Leveling is an extremely simple anime that keeps its focus razor tight and does it pretty okay. Next up, New Panty and Stocking. Listen, it's pretty in the fight, and the fight is cool. Yep. New Panty and Stocking is maybe like the best case scenario for like this sort of scenario where basically Panty and Stocking came out in, was it 2012? And it was like really interesting, weird, and different anime, and then it went away for a decade and a half. And this came out and was exactly as good as Panty and Stocking has always been. And I love the second season. I think I like the second season more than I like the first season. I love how much scanty and knee socks we got. I love how weird and creative it gets with its visuals. I think some episodes look absolutely stunning. I think some of the shorts in the episodes, there's the odd one that doesn't land with me at all. This anime filled me with so much joy during the year, and I really loved watching it. And I have like 2 or 3 episodes left, and I'm so excited to watch them. Like I thought this was fucking brilliant. R.I.P. Gainax, since they are officially dissolved. For sure, Pop-Tart. But I think like what's dissolved is not Gainax of old, right? I want to hear about your opinions on the One Punch Man Season 3. Didn't watch it. Don't want to ruin my memories of One Punch Man Season 1. Have no interest in watching it. Next up, we have Ruri Rocks. Look, what does this image make you feel? This is an anime about geology. It's also about this okay, I need to be careful how I say this. It's also about this attractive Yuri Rocks, sorry. Professor of mining. I don't want to say an attractive miner because that's not what I mean. And look, the first episode is beautiful. It's a very nice looking show. I appreciate its passion for geology. This character was pretty hot, I guess. And you know what? I watched just enough of it for it to be on this list. Next up, Togen Anki. I'll be real with you. This one ain't winning. This is not winning. This is maybe the most generic shonen anime I've ever watched, but I did watch enough of it for it to register for this list. Yeah. Clevitas. Oh, hang on. I think we might be missing one. Let me see something here. Clevitas is a dark fantasy anime. I thought this was pretty decent. I'm kind of a sucker for traditional fantasy. I like traditional fantasy when you strip like the isekai-ness away from it. And I thought this was kind of fun. I didn't think it was like revolutionary. It's not doing anything too new, but if you like dark fantasy anime, yeah, there's some stuff to like here. Also, up for this award is Gachiakuda. John, did you check out the city animation? I did, K or Kemexi. It did not hit for me. I understand people really like it, and I acknowledge there's cool things going on with it. Whatever it was, I could not click with it. even though it looks incredible. Gachiakuda is, in a lot of ways, like, Gachiakuda is kind of like Togenanki in that, like, there's not going to be a lot here you haven't seen in other shonen, especially if you've watched a lot, but it has enough personality and enough, like it has enough of a vibe, and the characters are fun enough that I kind of ended up not caring. I just had a really, really fun time with this. I love how it looks visually. I love a lot of the characters. And I thought this one was like a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Also up for this award, it is Dan to Dan Season 2. I will say, Dan to Dan Season 2, it did not dramatically change my opinion of Dan to Dan Season 1. And Dan to Dan is like the kind of thing where I acknowledge it's cool. I acknowledge there's fun things about it. I think maybe it's just not... It's not to my particular taste. I think the humor in it doesn't really resonate with me. And when that's the case, it's just not going to be an anime that you love. Oh, Gachiakuda was there. And then this is a late one. Sanda. This is an anime about a boy whose superpower is that he transforms into Santa Claus. I've only watched 4 episodes of this one, but I appreciated that the first episode was some wild shit. Like, it was genuinely kind of cool. And I don't know, there's something about this show. Like, it looks really nice. And it's weird. Like, it feels kind of different from everything else on this list. And especially Giant Bomb, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the anime portion of the final Gamer Awards. I hope everyone over at Giant Bomb is good. I am very much looking forward to the Giant Bomb Game of the Year coverage. And also, just want to say thank you to the members of r/Giant Bomb for boosting the last charity stream. That was very, very much appreciated. Mr. Avery, no, it's a shonen anime. It is a shonen anime, for sure. But it feels a bit like... It's very itself. Like, I wouldn't be saying it's not a shonen anime. It definitely is. Definitely is. But it was odd, and like especially like in the animation, how it moves. I believe this is by the same studio as Dan to Dan, and it just looks fucking cool. Like, the first episode is stunning, really, really stunning. Okay. As for the winner, okay, I'm gonna be real, guys. I am really stuck with giving this one to either Call of the Night Season 2, which was so much better than I thought it would be, or New Panty and Stocking. Dan to Dan not being John's taste, especially the humor. I'm officially baffled. What the hell? Okay, so like... I got, like, it's just like to me, there's a lot of like dick jokes and just a lot of stuff like that, and like, I don't mind it. It just doesn't do it for me at all, and I just don't connect to any of the characters. I think they're all fun. Like, well, I don't like the lad with the red hair. I just find him really annoying, and it just doesn't connect with me. You just said Panty and Stocking, John. I think maybe it is Panty and Stocking. I think it beats Call of the Night Season 2 by like a hair's breadth. And I think part of it is just, I cannot believe it's the same show that we lost 13 years ago. It's kind of fucking crazy. How does he not connect with Gigi? Because I'm not you, buddy. John stalled out on layer 1 of Dan to Dan. Yeah, like, I watched the first season and I enjoyed it, and I watched a couple episodes of the second season. It's just not it for me, guys. If you're taking points off for dicks, jokes, annoying redheads, then Panty and Stocking can't win. Max Specs, you raise a good point, but I just love Panty and Stocking too much. And like, yeah, sometimes the humor in it doesn't land with me either, and then sometimes I really, really love it. I love Garter Belt. I love Scanty and Knee Socks. Knee Socks especially, she's my fave. Fucking love her. Stocking's great. Panty's great. I just love Panty and Stocking. And it's been just kind of a joy. And like, it's so experimental and weird with its animation. And like, I think personally it has some of the best animation of the entire year. I love how this show looks. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. I adored it. Okay, next up we have women who give me complicated feelings I don't care to elaborate on. Number 1, we have Minami from Sushi Ben. Number 2, we have Greer from Gachiakuda. Number 3, Junko from Sushi Ben. Number 4, B from Unbeatable. Number 5, the only reason I watched Tengenanki for as long as I did. It's this lady whose name I don't even remember. But does the Chainsaw Man Bomb Devil count? No, I don't think so, because that was a movie as opposed to a TV anime. And number 6, Stephanie Vacour. And the winner is Minami from Sushi Ben. Look, you guys, you guys, look. Look, the whole point here is that I don't need to explain this category. Next category: men who give me complicated feelings I don't care to elaborate on. No, Kyle Fletcher is not part of this category. That was a mistake. Darby Allin is. Engine from Gachiakuda. Darby Allin. That guy, the waiter in a restaurant who was really cool and charming and seemed kind of like he was suggesting something, but not like in a weird way, and he was pretty respectful about it, and it was just a very pleasant exchange. This is not him. This is a stock photo. And finally, Albert Wesker, specifically from Code Veronica. And the winner is... It's Engine from Gachiakuda! God, I wish Darby Allin was a jerk in real life. I don't know anything about him in real life, but yeah. Look, Wesker came close. The next category is game I wanted to play more of because it seemed rad, but I have dog shit time and life management skills, and so this award exists now. The nominees are Sushi Ben, Unbeatable, Baby Steps, and Demon School. Okay, I want to give all these games a little shout out because they're all genuinely really cool. Sushi Ben was a 3D game, and it's kind of like a 3D visual novel kind of game, but it's like you explore a city, but there's lots of dialogue in it. There's a lot of like virtual reality kind of games, but you can like turn them off if you don't want to play them, and you can just play it as like a regular first-person game. I found it ultra charming. I played a session on stream and a session by myself, and I really, really liked it. Just a great vibe, and like probably aesthetically maybe my favorite game that came out this year. Just absolutely gorgeous. Would have loved to play more of it. This was a crazy, crazy year. I am desperately trying to get more time next year to play more shit. But yeah. Unbeatable. I played the demo of this and it immediately became a Game of the Year contender. I carved out 2 hours yesterday to try and play more and immediately ran into a game-breaking bug, which was so disappointing. But I really, really loved what I played of that demo. I would love to like go to bat for this game more, but unfortunately, unfortunately the bug stopped me, and it's such a bummer because it really seemed cool. I basically got like this bug where the camera just locked and I couldn't walk past the screen, and it was really really like disappointing. Baby Steps. So I kind of talked about this a bit on the Next Versus Wolves, but Baby Steps is a game about falling over and getting back up. It is from the maker of QWOP and Bennett Foddy's Getting
1
Over
million
It.
dongs. Oh boy.
Green Tunic Gaming, thank you so much for the subscription. And I took one step forward in this game. My character immediately collapsed in on himself, and I was ferociously entertained. I think you can tell a lot about yourself by your first reaction to like the first 5 seconds of this game. And from the creator of Sexy Hiking. It's not from the creator of Sexy Hiking. It's from the guy who was inspired by Sexy Hiking. I could not stop playing this game. I played it for an hour and a half. I got to the peak of a tall mountain and then tumbled my way to the bottom and really, really loved it. Did you ever play the Mindwave demo? I actually did play the Mindwave demo. It's not on this list. I played it at, I believe it was MagFest, and the developers recognized me and said, oh, hey. And I was like, holy shit, I love this game. This is awesome. And they were very, very sweet. Demon School. So I would say, okay, look, maybe I have to introduce a little bit of personal bias here because I've been listening to the Insert Credit podcast for maybe 4 or 5 years. And one of the hosts, Brandon Sheffield, made Demon School. And I have been listening to Brandon Sheffield talk about Demon School for that long. And I was scared about Demon School coming out because I didn't want it to be shit. You know what I mean? I was scared that, oh man, I've heard how much of this person's life they've put into this game, and I was scared it would come out and just be bad, you know? And I played it. It is not bad. It's actually kind of rad. What this game is, it's basically a game, a turn-based combat game, but it leans very heavily on the puzzle-solving aspect of turn-based combat, as opposed to the level up stats grinding. There's no leveling up, there's no stat grinding, there's no equipping equipment. It is purely about what your characters can do. These two characters here, they are your attackers. This character is purely for repositioning your enemies, and this character is your healer and buffer. And it's about how you make these characters' abilities work in sync on this grid-based gameplay, and it's fucking rad. I really, really enjoyed my time with this. I've only played maybe 2 or 3 hours, but I thought it was really, really cool. And it's fun as well. The writing's fun and it's kind of silly. It's very Persona 2-ish, and it just seemed cool. I'm more into the Breach form of combat. Me too, but what I have found with Demon School is that Demon School looks like a lot of other kinds of combat. You kind of just have to take it on its face value. You kind of just have to be okay, I'm going to look at this as its own thing and try and approach it on its terms, because it's not the Into the Breach perfect prediction style combat. It's a different thing altogether. So yeah, I think personally I am going to give this award to Demon School, and the main reason for that is this is the one I am most excited to go back and play more of. I thought this was really, really fucking cool, and maybe there's a little bit of personal bias creeping in there. I don't know. I don't usually play games by people I'm familiar with, but I did really like this one, and I would say Baby Steps is a close second. I really want to like Unbeatable more. The bugs I faced in it were a real bummer, and then Sushi Ben just seems like a very chill, fun game that I'll probably spend some time with over Christmas. Finally, we have Wrestler of the Year. Number 1, Saya Kamitani, the Phoenix of Death. 3 years ago, Saya Kamitani was an emotional pop idol girl who tries hard. That was her character. Now she is this. I don't think I need to explain anymore, right, chat? Hangman Adam Page, for the simple reason I think this is the year that Hangman Adam Page, to me, cemented himself as an absolute top-line main event wrestler. Even after his first title run, I had my doubts about Hangman. They are gone now. I think he is the beating heart of AEW. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler. His mic work has improved dramatically, and the dude's just found it. Like, he has just found it. Like, ever since his heel turn against Swerve, I think he has absolutely had the Someone just suggested Travis Scott in Wrestler of the Year. God damn, that's good. But yeah, I live for the moment that wrestlers really find it and become like something more. And to me, Hangman Page absolutely did that this year. We also have Stephanie Vacour. She's gone into WWE. She has proven that she is a legit draw. I think she is a lot more than just like, you know, her sexy ass move. I think I love her presentation. I love the way she moves. I think her matches go hard. And I think she's a phenomenal wrestler. So Kyle Fletcher. Okay, Kyle Fletcher is a wrestler I have mixed thoughts on, but I do think he deserves a spot on this list. And a part of that is because I've seen like the internet's reaction to him, and I've seen pro wrestling's reaction to him. And it's hard not to deny this guy has a bright future. For me, his matches are there. His in-ring work is phenomenal. But where I think Kyle Fletcher still has some growing to do is in his character. Right now, I feel like he is still that screechy indie wrestling heel. He is in the Jay White territory where it's like, I fucking love this song so much, where like there's not a lot to him besides the fact that he's evil. And what I think Kyle Fletcher really needs to do to evolve is he needs to reach deep down inside himself, find something real, and wrestle from that. Let that be his character. Because right now, I kind of feel like on the mic, and he's not bad on the mic, but on the mic, he's still pretending. And if he can tap into something legit and real, like something from his real life, some emotion, you will be looking at one of the best wrestlers on the planet. No question. But all that said, fair play to him. He had a great breakout year. And I think he has proven that, like, yeah, he is ready for the big time. Why is he a screechy evil man? Because I am Kyle Fletcher! And I will be the best wrestler in the world! Like, that's him. Guys, look, I really like Dominic Mysterio. I think he is he's a great shit heel wrestler. He's never gonna main event a WrestleMania, I don't think, but I can't deny that I am so entertained by Dominic Mysterio. I think his in-ring work is solid. I think his mic work is solid. I don't think he's exceptional at either. I think he is the best in the business at getting the crowd to boo him. And he absolutely deserved the win at Mania. Again, it was one of the few highlights of Mania. And I love when he calls himself the greatest luchador in the world and he doesn't even wear a mask. I respect the fuck out of what Dominic Mysterio has done. I think it was nearly impossible to step out of Rey Mysterio's shadow and make something that feels unique to him, and he absolutely did it. I have nothing but respect for Dominic Mysterio. I remember seeing him in the custody match 20 years ago. I know, right? Like, it's crazy, but no, I have a lot of affection for Dominic Mysterio. And finally, Wrestler of the Year, Hiroki Goto. Look, when I talk about drawing on something real, that's what Hiroki Goto did this year. Hiroki Goto has been on a 20-year journey, and no one deserved the title more than him. And I am genuinely delighted for the guy. I think Hiroki Goto, to me, like, in-ring work, he's always been good. Always maybe a step away from amazing. But you cannot deny the emotion that he showed this year. And I thought they could have run too short. But I still loved it. It was my favorite match in wrestling this year. But as for my wrestler of the year, let's see, let's go back here. it is unquestionably Saya Kamitani. Guys, I would like to watch with you all the Saya Kamitani entrance from, I think it was All-Star Grand Queendom. This match was also a nominee for Best Match of the Year for me. Uh, 2026 will be Konosuke Takeshita's year. I am so on board with that, El Generico 3044. You want to see fucking Aura? Watch this shit. Look at this shit, chat. Look at this. Like, I don't care if you've never watched wrestling. You must be able to feel the greatness here. Look at that! She is the queen of hatred. And this is Tam Nakano, the goodest, most nice wrestler to ever exist. She's also a legend of Joshi wrestling. Saya retired Tam in this match. Such a good theme song as well. Absolutely fucking god tier. Is this Japanese wrestling? Very. Look at the contrast between them. All the white and Tam and the black and Saya. It's fucking beautiful. Oh, she's so good. She's so good. The dead Phoenix Queen. Yeah.
WWE wrestlers fart during.
Oh, sorry, Maven, not right now. Great entrance, but does she run it back? Yeah, it was just a phenomenal match, and like that's the thing. Like that's like, you know, her presentation. That's like her entrance. She is incredible in ring. If you want to see like a breakdown of one of Saya's matches, it was my 2024 favorite things video. Absolutely incredible. Okay, guys, that does it with the subcategories. It is now time to rank my games of the year. Throw on. I kind of feel like throwing back on the Void Stranger soundtrack. I kind of feel like the Void Stranger soundtrack is that's our music for Game of the Year. God, I am so tempted to just watch a fucking Saya match right now, but I can't. I think that might be illegal. is that? Oh, weird. When you search Void Stranger OST, one of my streams comes up. Okay, give me 1 second here, chat. I'm gonna do a little cleanup on this list because not everything is relevant. Oh, I'm gonna make some people mad. Guys, how do we feel? Do we want to keep it only to 2025 games? Or do we want to allow everything in? John, did you play Zero Ranger? I did, but probably not enough to rank it. Do both. Okay, I can do both. Veronica. Okay, we'll do a 2025 list and then an all games I played this year list. In fact, we'll start off with the 2025 list. So let me take out anything that did not come out in 2025. I know you guys can't see the screen yet, that's on purpose. Was Look Outside this year? Did Look Outside get its full release this year? It did, okay. Okay, so fucking oh, here we go. Such a good soundtrack. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Rules. Okay, guys. I'm gonna read you guys the list, and here is every game in 2025 that came out in 2025 that I feel like I have played enough to rank. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to rank these games. Then, we're going to start ranking the games that I played in 2025 that did not release in 2025. And then we will combine the lists. And the top 10 of those combined lists will be eligible for entry into the top 100 games list, which we'll do after this. Okay. I'm the Dave3, £5 super chat reward for having the right opinion on Wrestler of the Year. The games we'll be ranking are Ender Magnolia, Avowed, Corn Kids 64, Blue Prince, Promised Mascot Agency, 100 Line Last Defense Academy, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Doom the Dark Ages, Mario Kart World, Labyrinth of the Demon King, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Shinobi, Ninja Gaiden Rage Bounds, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Grappler Baki, Tower Dominion, Baby Steps, Silent Hill F, Sushi Ben, Unbeatable, Death Stranding 2. Have I missed anything, chat? Can you guys think of anything that belongs there? Hades 2? Hades 2 is absolutely relevant, and I have definitely played enough of that. Don't know how I forgot that. Absalom. How is Absalom not on this list? I love Absalom. Did you play the Drifter? Only one session, and it was not enough, I think, to rank it. Fuck it, I'll throw it on. I did like the Drifter. Oh, Dispatch as well. Man, stacked year. Monster Hunter, I did play. I didn't play the full game for Lookouts for I'm Not Human. Deltarune, I have not played the new Deltarune chapters. That's because I'm going to play them over the holidays. Megabonk, I did play Megabonk. I also played Ball X Pit. I did not play Night Rain. Mario Kart World is on there. I did not play Arc Raiders. I did not play Digimon. Silent Hill is on there. Donkey Kong is on there. Silk Song is on there. I did not play Citizen Sleeper 2. Just, god damn, I really should have played that. Because I did love the first one. Yeah, I know, I need to go back. That's my bad, I need to go back. I did play Lies of P. And I played Lies of P for the first time this year. Loved it. I did not play Seance of Blake Manor. I did not play Peak. I did not play Chronos. Look Outside is on there. Yeah, Look Outside. We're safe. It's a little loud.
$1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Thanks for bringing a bit of brightness to an otherwise stressful 2025.
That is perfectly fine, Great Zealous. Thank you for the 34-month subscription. Outer Worlds 2, it did not play Outer Worlds 2. Faith didn't release this year. Death Stranding 2 is on there. Guys, I think we got everything. So, give me a second here. Then
1 million dongs? Oh boy!
Thank you, Death Legend DX. Appreciate it. Okay, so. Okay, this will take a little explanation. So here is how the list currently stands. So over here, this is just all the games from 20 that. Oh wait, Corn Kid 64 is not from 2025. These are all the games I played that. Delete column. These are all the games from 2025 that released in 2025 that I played at least enough of to decide that, hey, I have an opinion on this. Here, this is the cut category where we'll be dropping all our names until we have 10 left. When we have 10, we will then go through the non-2025 games I played and splicing them into the 2025 list. At which point, we will have a top 10 list. That top 10 list will then be eligible for ranking in my top 100. Now, not everything is going to make it in, but them's the rules. So, what we first need to do, let's say we move this over here just for the moment so we don't have to think about it. And we're gonna put this back here. Let's move the cut over here. Okay, so this is the line. A game needs to get inside this top 10 line to be eligible to go on the all-time top 100 list. And did you finish 1000 X Resist yet? I have not touched it in a while. So, okay. Now what we need to do is start taking games from this list and dropping them in the cut section. So these are going to be the games that I played a bit of and I thought they were cool or I didn't like them, but they're just either way, they're not going to get in there. Number 1, Tower Dominion. This was a... Tower Dominion was a tower defense game for Steam. I downloaded it on my Steam Deck, played about 2 hours of it, and just it was not sticky at all to me. It was like fine, but it didn't do anything I haven't seen done better in other games. So Tower Dominion is our first cut. I'm gonna try and do these in order of my favor of them. So okay, guys, I played 2 hours of Mario Kart World and never thought about it again. I understand that some people love Mario Kart and people have a lot of fun with it. I didn't like this Mario Kart and I didn't like the way it structures the tracks. I felt like a lot of the tracks just had no like it felt like a lot of the tracks just kind of. Thank you, Foxeon, for picking up some merch at iPodShows.com. Yeah, and I feel like even hardcore Mario Kart players, they I think even hardcore Mario Kart players have problems with it. I know some people love it. I just did not. I would also say the same of Doom the Dark Ages. Just not the kind of game I am interested in playing. I didn't enjoy its systems. It did not resonate with me at all. I played about maybe 3 or 4 hours of that one. Next up. Okay, this is tricky, right? Because the next game I'm going to cut is my favorite feeling game of the year. It's gameplay wise, this game feels phenomenal. Game design wise, I don't think it was, and it is the new Shinobi. I think Shinobi is like, it just feels so beautiful to control. Like it is like controlling silk. It feels so nice and it looks incredible. The game design of Shinobi really, I just didn't think there was a whole lot there. I just felt like it was the enemies were just standing around waiting for me to combo them into existence, and I never felt like I needed to put my tool set, like, to use it in an interesting way. I never felt like the game was forcing interesting spatial decisions out of me, which is what 2D combat should kind of feel like, you know? It's disappointing because when I started playing it, I was like, oh, this might be one of my favorite games of the year. Rossinator 101, Omicron for the win. Jesus. Next up. Damn, you know, guys, looking at this list, strong ass year. It really was. Okay, I actually did play a lot of this game and I liked it, but I gotta be real, aside from a couple of little things, Mega Bonk really just is Vampire Survivors in 3D. And it's cool, it's fun, it's a great time waster, but it didn't have enough of its own identity besides being in 3D that it made me kind of to kind of give me anything to hold on to. You know, are people mad about that? Is that fair? I think it's a good game. I think it's an enjoyable game. I just would have liked to I just would have liked something more from it. It felt uninspired. It did a little bit. It did a little bit. So that's going to be cut next. Next up, you know what? Ball X Pit didn't really do it for me. I thought it was addictive, and I thought it was a fun game to play. I never really felt like I was getting better at it. I never really felt like there was anything... I felt like I was leveling up, but not like my skills, just my bonuses, you know? And I liked it. There was cool things about it. I liked its look. And it's like, it's one of those games, it's an amazing first session, and I kind of really fell off after that. So I think Ball X Pit is my next cut. Okay, we have quite brutally cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games have been cut. Next up. Man, guys, like, it's tough, right? Because I loved the Unbeatable demo so much. When I tried to play the game, my entire experience was, like, dealing with bugs. And it's so shit, because I feel like if I played through this game, there's a real strong chance that it could be, like, in the top 10 for this year, you know? But I just... the bugs kind of killed it, you know? I beat Unbeatable, will be peak after a few patches. I think I'm going to have to come back to Unbeatable. I don't think this can be the final word on Unbeatable, because I really think there's so much potential there, but I literally just ran into a game-breaking bug and couldn't continue. But on the grounds of this year, I think I have to cut Unbeatable, and it fucking bums me out, because I really do love, like, I loved that demo, and I want that game to be peak. Hopefully in a couple of patches it will be. Maybe push it to next year. I mean, I can bring it back in the old games next year. Next up. Damn, fucking tough competition. I think next up on the cutting block for me is Ender Magnolia. I think Ender Magnolia is a really cool Metroidvania game. I would just say that there's not a lot there that I haven't seen in other Metroidvania games. And, you know, it's got its own, like, distinct vibe and, like, aesthetic and stuff. It's kind of anime, JoJo stand summoning Metroidvania. And if you're itching for a Metroidvania, like, yeah, that is one of them. That is absolutely a good one. But it did not hold my attention. I was like, okay, cool, and eventually I kind of backed off from it. Let's just clean this up. Being a Metroidvania in the year Silk Song comes out is tough, honestly. Honestly, yes. Yes, it is. Okay. We need to now cut half this list and then order the top 10. And the next cut is going to be Monster Hunter Wilds. I did not like Monster Hunter Wilds, despite loving Monster Hunter. And there was things about it I liked. I thought the creature design was fantastic. I liked some of the characters and cutscenes. I thought they were pretty fun. This is Monster Hunter too smoothed out for me. For me, the sweet spot of Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter Worlds, but then I know there's people where the sweet spot of Monster Hunter is before that. It's like Monster Hunter 4, you know? And so I think Monster Hunter is one of those series where your impression of it is going to be seriously defined by the first one you play. I really, really tried to connect to Wilds, but so much of what I love about Monster Hunter wasn't there. I understand it gets better in the end game. I shouldn't have to beat a video game for it to get good. Did you like Monster Hunter Rise? I liked it better than Wilds. Okay, I would say, chat, now at this point, everything on this list I really, really like. So cutting a game at this point is not like... It's not like I just didn't enjoy it. I like everything on this list. But I think I do have to start getting a little brutal in terms of games that I just didn't play that much of. And you know what? I know I'm in the vast minority here, and I respect what it is. I think I'm going to have to cut Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think it's a cool game. I love Donkey Kong's redesign. It was not sticky for me. I'd play it, and then I'd feel like I had to play more. And I think it's like a really fun game. Like, smashing stuff up is great, but it didn't like engage my neurons the way like my favorite games of the year did. Chat is an interesting mix of people being like banana and no. Oof, banana. It was cool but very repetitive. Brave statements. The finale was insane, but it didn't earn it that through the rest of the game for me. Yeah. I felt the same way. First few hours were amazing, though. I think I felt like the first few hours were, like, fun, but, like, didn't blow me away, you know? So, Donkey Kong Bonanza is the next cut. We now have 7 games to cut. Okay, I've kind of been dreading cutting these 2 games because, like, this is on me. I didn't play enough of them. And it sucks because I did really like what they were going for. But I think I have to cut Promised Mascot Agency and Sushi Ben. I really, really liked what I played of both these games. Both games have an incredible vibe and atmosphere. I just didn't play enough of them, and that is completely my bad. I accept people's fury. I understand that it shouldn't be that way. I know. I am sorry. I will play more of them over the holidays, and they may rise in my estimation. I would say, like, if you enjoy like a nice atmospheric story-heavy game, Promise Mascot Agency and Sushi Ben are both phenomenal. I would say with Sushi Ben, give it like an hour to get going. Promise Mascot Agency, give it an hour to get going. Sushi Ben, I think you will love that straight away. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous game. Oh, this is tough. We have 5 games still to cut that will not be making the top 10 this year. I think the next one I have to cut for very similar reasons. I just didn't play enough of it. And it is 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Again, another game I'd love to play more of, but I think this is where it goes out. The next cut is... John be like, sorry that I have my own opinion. Don't kill me. Look, I've done enough of these streams to know how mad people get. Why is Silk Song not in there? Is it not? It should be. No, it's not. Yeah, it absolutely... No, it is. Hollow Knight, Silk Song. So I'll just put Silk Song. Did you play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? I did not. Okay, next one. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Honestly, I probably should have cut that a little sooner. I respect what it is. I like the game design in it, and it looks like a great game. I would actually probably put that behind the previous 3 games in terms of like how I connected with them. So let's do that here. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound was really cool, really old school 2D platformer. I enjoyed what it was, but yeah, I think that's the right call. Oh, also Grappler Baki. Grappler Baki is a really fun punch out like, but I think it is also gone. A surprisingly good licensed anime game though, and if you are craving more punch out, that is a great game. Silent Hill F is on here twice. We have 2 more games to cut. Fuck, we're getting down to it now. Oh, guys, I don't know. This is really tough. This is really, really tough. Man, I can't believe I'm doing this. I really thought this was going to make the top 10. I think Dispatch is out, guys. I think Dispatch is out. Part of it is that I didn't play enough of it, but I would also say I'm just not that into the gameplay of Dispatch. I love the story and the characters. But yeah, I think Dispatch is out. God damn, I was so impressed with that game. I really thought that would make it. Oh, this is such a banger song. We need to cut one more game is not going to make it into the top 10. And I know what it is. I know what it is. It's Avowed. It's Avowed. I fucking love Avowed. Avowed has like my favorite first-person melee combat ever. I love how Avowed feels. I like the characters. I think it's fun. But it's like everything Avowed does is like an 8 out of 10, and everything else on this list has at least one thing that's like a 9, you know? If people want to say that I'm cutting Dispatch because I didn't play enough of it, that is absolutely fair. And I am like, me and Michelle are going to be playing Dispatch over the holidays, and maybe it'll come back next year. But for now, I can only go with the information I have. Well, chat, we have the Final Gamer top 10 this Christmas. In no particular order, it is Silent Hill F, Look Outside, Absalom, Hades 2, Death Stranding 2, Baby Steps, Silk Song, Labyrinth of the Demon King, Claire Obscura, Expedition 33, and Blueprints. Anonymous, thank you for the $10 donation. I have a wife and we play Dispatch together. Come on, Ultra Peg Leg Cat. No, Deltarune, I have not played. So I have not played Deltarune, the new episodes, because I am saving them for the holidays. Dispatch and Donkey Kong are coming back to knock on your door. Dispatch, maybe. Donkey Kong, definitely not. Why is Demon King blue? No reason. Baby Steps over Dispatch. So, Mosterman, it's crazy to me that, like, you're surprised about that, because those two games are so different that it's going to come down entirely to personal taste. But yeah, I kind of loved Baby Steps. I really, really did. Did you play Void Stranger in 2024? I played it mainly this year. Isn't it Absalom? Probably. Okay. Okay, I know the two games that are fighting for number 10. And they are Baby Steps and Blueprints. I think Blueprints could be one of the games I played the most this year. And there's a lot I love about it, but there's things I don't like about it as well. But it is fucking cool. I think Baby Steps... Okay, let's move everything down here. I think Baby Steps is our number 10. And Blueprints is our number 9. Again, this is the top 10. This is all they have done very well. So what is number 8? Okay. Oh, this is tough. Okay. I see a lot of people suggesting Death Stranding. What I would say about Death Stranding 2 is it made me give a shit about Death Stranding, and that is impressive. How many endings of F did you do? I just did the one ending and watched the rest on YouTube. I am actually going to go back and get the other endings, though. But, like, I got it. I get what that game is trying to say, and it is good. There's a lot of cool stuff you'd miss if you just watched the ending for Silent Hill F. I'm sure there is. But, like, the story in Silent Hill F is already, like, peak for me. I already think the story is fucking incredible. And, like, I'm looking forward to experiencing more of the subtleties. But my problem with that game is the gameplay, and I know the additional run-throughs are only going to make me dislike the gameplay more. I'm surprised Baby Steps made it so far. All these games have been the same since 2004. Literally just awkward controls plus unforgiving checkpoints equals rage game. Not knocking it too hard, but top 10. I would totally disagree, Milos 1967. I think Baby Steps especially, I don't know if you've actually like played through the game, but Baby Steps has some stuff to say about like, and I would say so does like Getting Over It. I don't think that's a rage game. I think Getting Over It is a game about a very specific thing, and I think it's really reductive to view it as like a rage game. I think they make good rage games, but I think Bennett Foddy is someone who has a lot to say about interaction in games. Is Labyrinth of the Demon King the PS1 like dungeon crawler? It is, but it's more a survival horror game than a dungeon crawler. I see why you'd call it that, alright? Like, it is very kind of King's Fieldy. But yeah, okay, I need to make a decision here. And my decision is going to be... It's Labyrinth of the Demon King. God damn it, that stings. I love Labyrinth of the Demon King, but I think I may be just slightly more passionate about other games on this list. But it's razor thin. It is razor thin. Oh, okay. So I think what I'm struggling with right now is it's Hades 2 versus Labyrinth of the Demon King. And, oh, this is so tough. I think the thing about Hades 2 that's maybe pulling me back a little bit is for as fucking awesome as that game is, and it's incredible, it is just more Hades. You know, like, it is just more Hades. And, like, Melinoe is great. I like her about as much as Zagreus. I have the exact same level of crush on her as I do Zagreus. And I love the Siren bosses, and, like... Was Hades 2 better than Hades in your opinion? I think so. I think it's a better game. It's Hades, but really cranked up, and it has insane pacing for the player. It's a roguelike. It's the roguelike I could give to people that don't play action roguelikes. Henjo, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And, like, Labyrinth of the Demon King has flaws. You know, like, I think trying to navigate that Labyrinth of the Demon King can be really frustrating because there's not enough, like, variation in the scenery. Like, I got lost so often in Labyrinth of the Demon King. But Labyrinth of the Demon King's fucking so cool, and it's like a scary game. Like, it's genuinely scary. Guys, it's not right. I think I have to give it to Labyrinth of the Demon King by a fucking nose hair. Like, that is such a slight difference between these two games. I think I just, like, on an atomic level, prefer Labyrinth of the Demon King by a sliver of existence. I'm sorry, I know that's going to make people mad, but I think it's it. Okay. Next one is obvious, Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2. I like Death Stranding 2. It's goofy and weird and strange, and it makes me get Death Stranding. I was like pretty stressed out for a lot of this year, and I guess truth be told, I went through some not great like depression and stuff like that. My mental health took a bit of a beating there during the year for no real reason other than just the depression rolled back around, you know, that kind of way. And I really have to say, Death Stranding 2, just like journeying through those landscapes, it was incredibly peaceful and something I kind of needed at that point. And I have a real fondness for that, and I love the goofy shit. You know, I love Doll Man. That's silly. You know, I like that game. So yeah, I think that's the next one cut. Sorry to hear, John. You don't need to be sorry. Like, that's just who I am. You know, like, I'm just going to get down every now and then. And it's not something to worry about. And it's not something to fix. It's just what a person of my emotional makeup goes through. And I think a lot of people do. Hey John, I just gotta say I read Bizarre World of Fake Video Games and I gotta say I loved it. Everyone who worked on it knocked it out of the park. Thank you so much, Lord Not Sir Tav. That is really appreciated. I like how silly Death Stranding 2 is. I think it's an incredibly strange game and I really respect that. And yeah, it made Death Stranding make sense to me. Okay, next up. We now have the top 5. In no particular order, the top 5 games of 2025 are Silent Hill F, Look Outside, Absalom, Silk Song, Clair Obscura, Expedition 33. So the next one is obvious to me, and it's Silent Hill F. Silent Hill F is our number 5. Silent Hill F has a story that I would happily rank up there with the best Silent Hill stories. I think narratively, it is trading blows with Silent Hill 2, and that is fucking insane. I am so happy this game exists. I know that this is going to become so many, like, teenage girls' favorite game of all time, and I think that's fucking awesome. I think it's, like, a genuinely, like, beautiful story. It is, like, there is profoundly disturbing moments in this game. 2 in particular that are going to stay with me the rest of my life. One way is the cutscene that plays halfway through the game. If you've played it, you know the one. And the other is a story about a character going to these shops. And it... I'm sorry, I'm not crying. My voice is just going because I've been talking too much. And, oh, God. And I think the story about the character going to the shop... Silent Hill F is like a game where all the characters are held to these, like, societal standards. And then, like, expanding on what those societal standards are and exploring them through horror. And it is fucking phenomenal about that. Silent Hill F is like one of the best pieces of horror that came out this year. Not video games, just horror. Like, it is that good. Where it falls down for me is the gameplay. And if the gameplay was good, or if I liked the gameplay, we could be genuinely looking at a game of the year for me. I think it's a phenomenal effort, and I loved what I experienced of it. I did not like the gameplay. I did not like the combat. Combat has never been great in Silent Hill games, but with most other Silent Hill games, combat is semi-optional. In this, it's not. In this, like, they drop you in, like, enemy closets, monster closets, and I hated them, especially towards the end of the game. But, as much as I didn't like it, it's like the fact that it's number 5 and I have that heavy criticisms of it as a game, that's all you need to know about how strong its story is and how strong its horror is. Phenomenal, phenomenal experience. John, did you see the commission of Shiramuku I made? The Drag King Cobra? No, I didn't. Sure thing, Pop-Tart. I'm just going to lower that now. Okay, where was I? Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to check something here. Okay. So, we now have 4 games left. And the question is, which make it into the top 3? And for me, this one is actually kind of simple. Hollow Knight Silksong is our number 4 game of 2025. I love Silksong. I have absolutely no critique of it. I enjoy that it's punishing. I like that it's fucked up. I really do enjoy that about it. There's just 3 games on this list that resonated with me harder. That's it. That is all there is to it. I'm not interested in like pointing out flaws in Silksong. I think it has very few, and the few that it does have, I think are conscious decisions by the creator. And that's it. I played 20 hours of it. I really, really enjoyed it. But this is as far as it goes for me. And the number 3 game is also real simple. So the 3 games left are Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Absalom, and Look Outside. Absalom is absolutely the number 3 game of the year. And the reason for that is simple. This is the future of beat 'em ups. If you want to know how to make a scrolling beat 'em up in 2025, it is Absalom. It is a beat 'em up combined with roguelike mechanics. And I love how the upgrade systems works for each character. When you play Absalom, a lot of the characters work fairly similar. They have the same basic moveset, which I was really disappointed about when I played it first. But the way the upgrades alter their focus and gameplay, like one of the characters is a boxer dwarf, and one of his like upgrade paths turns him into a projectile character. Another turns him into a grappler. You know, it's fucking awesome. It's so good. Full stop. Also, like, this and Sushi Ben to me are two of the best looking games of the year. Absolutely incredible. Such gorgeous games, and I really, really love them. The only thing that I think could have pushed Absalom higher is I think it could have had more fun with its characters and story. I really like all the characters, but it's a little dry, and I would have liked to see like more humor and more fun come out in it. But a phenomenal game. Absolutely brilliant. BitCrush absolutely killed it. Are single-handedly reinventing the scrolling beat 'em up, a genre that I love very dearly. Absalom is phenomenal. This leaves just Look Outside and Expedition 33. And this gives us the opportunity to do something really fun. What if Look Outside became number 1? What if Look Outside beat the juggernaut that is Expedition 33? And I will tell you, that's a beautiful dream, but a dream is all it is. Look Outside is our number 2. Look Outside is the second best game that came out this year. I think it is a phenomenal game. It's a game that I liked when I started, but the more I played it, the more I appreciated how special it was. And I don't know how much Fear and Hunger DNA is in this game, but I love this new era of like time-based world explorer RPGs where you basically have a certain amount of resources to explore a particular environment, and they are brutal and they are difficult and they make every choice you make matter. And I loved Look Outside for that. I am thinking of doing a Look Outside video. I don't know if I will or not, but I really did love it. Unfortunately, chat, as much as I want to be interesting and left field here, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is my game of the year. And it's not close. This is the best RPG, well, since Baldur's Gate 3. And it's so hard to compare those two games because while Baldur's Gate 3 is this massive open experience that reacts to how you play it, Clair Obscura is the opposite. It is a laser-focused 30-hour experience. Incredible story, incredible gameplay, incredible characters, and I deeply, deeply loved my time with it. It made me cry. It shocked me. It made me more exhilarated than anything else I played this year. And I just loved it. I loved it so much. It's as nauseatingly good as everyone says. I understand that there's like AI controversy around it at the moment. Look, we'll get to that. And I need to hear more about that. But no, like as a game, as an experience, this was my favorite thing I played this year that came out this year. 30 hours, someone skipped the side content. No, 30 hours isn't right. I definitely played more than that. That does not sound right. King Gale X the First, thank you for the $10. As someone with severe depression, I often watch your videos to help, especially Garfield, FF7, Simpsons, Unreality. Your emotional depth in messaging gives me a lot of hope and strength. Thank you. Thank you, King Lex the First. Guys, my voice is going, so apologies if that's annoying to listen to. It's going because I did Versus Wolves last night and the charity stream last weekend, and I haven't really rested, but we still got a little bit to get through here. No, I don't need a break. I'm okay. Okay, chat, this is our top 10 for 2025. But the list is not done because what we must now do is take this list and re-rank it with the non-2025 games I played. And only the top 10 of those will be eligible for the top 100. And there are some absolute fucking killers on this list. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's start at the bottom. Corn Kid 64. Does Corn Kid 64 beat Baby Steps? And the answer is no. Corn Kid 64 is a really great 3D platformer with just the most beautifully tactile controls and a really fun look. It's a really, really fun game. It just doesn't beat Baby Steps for me. So Corn Kid 64 is cut. Lies of P. Does Lies of P beat Baby Steps? Yes, I think it does. Baby Steps is now out of the ranking. This blue line here, this is what every game needs to beat. Fear and Hunger Terminate. Okay, let's leave that till the end. Let's leave that till the end. Look outside, we have already ranked. Resident Evil Code Veronica. Does Resident Evil Code Veronica beat Lies of P? Or no, does Lies of P beat Blue Prince? You know what, guys? I'm gonna say, I think Lies of P, I really, really liked Lies of P. I think that goes all the way to number 7. So now Blue Prince is right on the edge. If just one other game gets into this list, then Blue Prince is eliminated. Does Resident Evil Code Veronica beat Blue Prince? I really like Code Veronica. I really, really like it. God, this one's tough. I think for me personally, Code Veronica beats Blue Prince, and forgive me, chat, for I have sinned, it also beats Hades 2. Blue Prince is eliminated. Does Class of 09 beat Hades 2? No, it doesn't. Does Diablo 4 beat Hades 2? No, it doesn't. Does Battletoads beat Hades 2? No, it doesn't. Does Exit 8 beat Hades 2? No, it doesn't. Baldur's Gate 3 is actually already on the top 100 list. So we now have 3 games to enter. And the first one is XCOM 2. Does XCOM 2 beat Hades 2? It absolutely does. Does it beat Code Veronica? It absolutely does. Does it beat Demon King? It does. Does it beat Lies of P? It does. Does it beat Death Stranding 2? It does. Does it beat Silent Hill F? It does. Does it beat Silk Song? It does. Does it beat Look Outside? It does. Does it beat Clair Obscur Expedition 33? It does not. Okay. Hades 2 has been eliminated. XCOM 2, and okay, specifically, I just want to say XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. The expansion pack. So now we have 2 games left to go in here. Fear and Hunger Termina and Void Stranger. You want to talk about 2 fucking heavy hitters? This is them. But I do believe Fear and Hunger Termina is already on the top 100 list, which means that we can cut it from this list because it will be getting re-ranked. Void Stranger. Does Void Stranger beat Code Veronica? Yes, it does. Does it beat Labyrinth of the Demon King? Yes, it does. Does it beat Lies of P? Yes, it does. Does it beat Death Stranding 2? Yes, it does. Does it beat Silent Hill F? Yes, it does. Does it beat Silk Song? Yes. Absalom, Look Outside. XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. Yes, it does. Does Void Stranger beat Expedition 33? Chat, I don't need to think about this. Yes, it does. I adore Void Stranger. Void Stranger is my favorite game I played this year. Unfortunately, Resident Evil Code Veronica has been defeated. More support for that decision in chat than I would have thought. Okay. Now, chat. Now is where things get serious. This has all been fun and games so far, but what we are now going to do now is take these 10 games and rank them in my top 100 games of all time, including Fear and Hunger Termina. So let me just... Now, I call it my top 100 games. It's not actually. It's actually my top 110 games. Okay, here we go. So, this is my top 100 games of all time list. Over here, we have the games we just talked about. This is the waiting section. You can see my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VII. And then you can see my 110 favorite games. Why 110? Because Signalis is too good not to rank. I couldn't give it a non-ranking. Past this, we have what I call the Shadow Realm. And these are all the games that made it to the gates of my top 100, but didn't quite get in there. We can now take Void Stranger out of here. The Shadow Realm is a place of honor. A game has to be incredibly good even just to make it to the Shadow Realm. But I have to like a game better than Signalis for it to get on this list. Now, if it beats Signalis, Signalis merely moves down a rank. I will never cut Signalis from this list because it is too good not to rank. We have our zones. We have the Gates of Acceptance, the Mountains of Quality, the Bridge of Killers, the Path of the Elite, the Doorway of the Best, the Threshold of Brilliance, the Stairway of Greatness, the Ascension of the Super Beasts, the Battle on Heavenly Ground, the Domain of God, and the Throne of the Undisputed. So, let's see how everything else does here. Does Labyrinth of the Demon King make it into my list, or does it plummet into the Shadow Realm? Is Labyrinth of the Demon King better than Signalis? And I will say, chat, this is not a question for me. It is not. It is in the Shadow Realm that the Labyrinth of the Demon King goes. That's the brutality here. That is how hard it is to register. Next up, Lies of P. Does Lies of P break into the top 110? Does it beat Signalis? It does not. Lies of P also plummets into the Shadow Realm. Next up, Death Stranding 2. Does Death Stranding 2 beat Signalis? Unfit for human consumption. It's now Lies of PP. That's pretty good. The survival horror lesbian list bouncer. Does Death Stranding 2 beat Signalis? It does not. We have another victim of the Shadow Realm. This is how brutal it is to get into the top 110. Does Silent Hill F get into the top 100? Silent Hill F versus Signalis. Whew. This is so tough. Signalis is literally a better modern take on Silent Hill F than Silent Hill F. Or than Silent... I mean, there I could see the argument for that. Oh. Okay, I think I have found a solution here. I think Signalis is too low. I think the further I get away from that game, the more I love it. And I actually want to boost Signalis up 5 places. Signalis is now the new number 107, and the new bad bitch bodyguard of the list is Silent Hill F. I can't leave Silent Hill F unranked. And I would also say I like Silent Hill F better than I like UFO 50 and Deadly Premonition 2. That feels good. That feels good.
$1 million dongs! Oh boy!
Thank you, Byleth, for the subscription. Okay. So, I have a policy of not having games on the list if they are too similar. And Hollow Knight is our current number 92. And I would say what I would be willing to do is switch out Hollow Knight for Hollow Knight Silksong. I think that feels good. I'm just looking at the rest of this list. Yep. Yep, I think that feels good. Are there any objections in chat? Hollow Knight Silk Song. I don't think it goes any higher than that for me, but it is very good. Whoa, 30. Deadly Premonition 2 is in your top 100. I really like it, but waiting weeks for each mission affected my enjoyment. Deadly Premonition 2 is one of the most flawed games on this list in about 8 different directions. I still love it. I still love it. Absalom. See, this is difficult, right? Because when I think of my favorite games of 2025, the way I judge that is like... okay, what are the games I enjoyed most this year? And Absalom is absolutely one of the games I enjoyed most this year. But when I'm thinking about my favorite top 100 games of all time, I'm thinking about how much will I love this game forever. And in a weird way, guys, despite how much I enjoyed playing Absalom, I don't know how much more of it I'm going to play. And I don't know if it's something I'm going to want to revisit all the time. Because, like, I'm like, does Absalom beat Deadly Premonition 2? I guess the criteria for the two lists is slightly different. Does that sound like the fucking most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, or does that make sense? Hades. I don't think Hades 1 ever made the list. Hades 2 is in the Shadow Realm. It makes sense. It's silly, but it's okay. But lists are silly. Let's be real, chat. Ranking art is a silly endeavor. I think Absalom doesn't make it. I think it goes in the Shadow Realm. Look outside. Okay. This is tough because I'm trying to take the recency bias out of it as well. The song is really capturing the struggle to rank these games. Someone is saying that Look Outside is not better than Termina. Where is Termina on this list? There it is. We are re-ranking Termina, for sure. And we're going to stick it up there at Void Stranger. I think Look Outside beats Deadly Premonition 2. I think it beats UFO 50. I think it beats Silent Hill F. I think it beats Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I don't think it beats Signalis and Detention. I don't think it beats those two in my heart. Look Outside is your new 108th game. Signalis is the fucking boss of the bottom tier. It is the kill goblin of the bottom tier. Signalis still needs to be higher. No, maybe if I replayed Signalis, which I would like to do, it could definitely go higher. It feels good right now. XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. Now, is an XCOM game on here? No, that's surprising. Okay. Does XCOM 2 beat Deadly Premonition 2? It beats that. It beats UFO 50. It beats Silent Hill F. It beats Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. It beats Look Outside. It beats Signalis. It beats Tension. It beats Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It beats Metroid Prime. It beats Falls Out New Vegas. It beats Tunic. It beats Tekken 8. It has now entered the gates of acceptance. It beats God Hands. It beats No More Heroes 3. It beats Mystical Ninja. It beats Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate. It beats Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. It beats Full Throttle. It beats Guilty Gear Revelator. It beats Hollow Knight Silksong. It beats Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. It beats 999. It beats VLR. It beats Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It beats Deadly Premonition. Does it beat Monster Hunter World? What's next? Monster Hunter World, I think, is too low. Because I think... This is tough. Okay, let's do a little reordering here. I think that Monster Hunter World needs to move up a little bit. And I would actually place it up here. Let me just try this on. XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. Above Hyper Light Drifter. And below Monster Hunter World. You need to recolor this list, I really do, don't I? I think that feels good. Number 81 for XCOM 2. And now... Fuck, man. Void Stranger, Fear and Hunger 2, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. Does Claire Obscure beat Deadly Premonition 2? Yes, it does. Does it beat UFO 50? Yes, it does. Silent Hill F, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, Lookout Siding Lost, Detention, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Metroid Prime, Fallout New Vegas, Tunic. It's beating all these. Tekken 8, God Hand, No More Heroes 3, Mystical Ninja 64, Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, Full Throttle, Guilty Gear Revelator, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, 999, Virtue's Last Reward, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Deadly Premonition, Killer 7, Cave Story, Hotline Miami, Portal 2, Banjo-Kazooie, Hyper Light Drifter, XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. It beats that too. Monster Hunter World, it beats that. Officially entering Expedition 33 into the Bridge of Killers. Does it beat Sekiro? Yes, it does. Does it beat Dokapon Kingdom? Yes, it does. Tony Hawk 3? Yes, it does. Azura's Wrath? Yes, it does. Bahamut Lagoon? Yes, it does. Persona 4 Golden? Yes, it does. Witch's House? Yes, it does. Spelunky 2? Yes, it does. Mega Man 2? Yes, it does. Dragon Quest 11? Yes, it does. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze? Yes, it does. Danganronpa 2? Yes, it does. Doki Doki Literature Club? Yume Nikki? Yes, it does. Disgaea? Yes, it does. Pokemon Soul Silver? Yes. Binding of Isaac? Yes. Phoenix Wright? Yes. Garrow Mark of the Wolves? Yes. Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 3 is like the boss of the middle of the list. Tropical is misspelled if you care, John. I don't. And Great Zealous, when someone corrects my spelling, I don't. I think that person is not fun. It'll make it into the top 30. I don't know about that, considering it is struggling with number 60. But ultimately, I think it does beat Silent Hill 3. Gunstar Heroes, yes. Bloodborne, yes. Mouthwashing, yes. Earthbound, yes. Cuphead, Beautiful Joe, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario 3D World, Baldur's Gate 3. I also need to re-rank Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, I'm going to delete this for the moment because I need to re-rank Baldur's Gate 3. Because I've been playing that this year. Does Clair Obscur beat... So let me... Does it beat Super Metroid? Yes. Donkey Kong Country 2, yes. No More Heroes, yes. Walking Dead Season 1, yes. Super Punch-Out, yes. Streets of Rage 2, yes. Elden Ring, yes. Shenmue 2, yes. Touhou 8 Imperishable Night, yes. And can it beat Nier 1 and enter the Stairway of Greatness? I don't think it does. Expedition 33 fails to beat Nier and lands at number 41. Couldn't make it to spot 33. I mean, it would have had to be Street Fighter 6, Secret of Mana, and Smash Bros. Ultimate. It wouldn't happen. It wasn't happening. Okay. Let's rank Baldur's Gate. We'll start off at its original position because it has only grown to me. So it was number 50, I believe. It beats Super Metroid. It beats Donkey Kong Country. It beats No More Heroes. It beats The Walking Dead. It beats Super Punch-Out. It beats Streets of Rage 2. It beats Elden Ring. It beats Shenmue 2. It beats Touhou 8 Imperishable Night. Does Baldur's Gate 3 beat Expedition 33? I think it does. I think it does. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is a, like, once-in-a-lifetime game. They have, like, the complete... They are, like, philosophical opposites in what they're trying to do. But I am in awe of Baldur's Gate 3, and my Necromancer Dark Urge playthrough has only deepened that awe. Does Baldur's Gate 3 beat Nier? It does. Does it beat WWE No Mercy? It does. Does it beat Guitar Man? It does. Does it beat Resident Evil 4? It does. Does it beat Half-Life? It does. Does it beat Street Fighter 6? It does. Does it beat Secret of Mana? It does. Meaning it is now number 33, Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I think this is as far as Baldur's Gate goes. Our new number 34, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, We now have 2 games left to rank. Fear and Hunger 2 and Void Stranger. So where's Fear and Hunger 2's old spot? Did it have an old spot? Or no, I think we deleted it. Okay. I think it was around 90. It was around here somewhere. Let's start off at 100. Does it beat No More Heroes 3? Shit. Oh man, I thought... Huh. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I am, like, okay, cards on the table. I am really loving Fear and Hunger 2. I'm playing it again for a video. But I can't find the emotion to put it past No More Heroes 3. Guys, I think this is where Termina lands. I'm shocked. I thought it was going to rise up the ranks. Who knows? Ah, but there's such cool shit in 3. Or in 2. Termina needs to be re-ranked after an update. That's fair. I think I actually put it below No More Heroes 3. I am shocked about that. I thought it was about to go far. That's crazy. Or... Did you finish playing 2 for the video? I am currently... in the process of getting all the endings, but I have beaten it a couple of times. The Peach Jane, thought the characters were just much stronger in 2, and that's what I liked in my media personally. The Peach Jane, I would agree with you. I think the characters in 2 are much, much better than the characters in 1. I think 1... It's weird because I think 2 is a way more ambitious game than 1. I think 1 is a tighter game, but yeah. SleepZ3816, as someone from Dublin, Ireland, what is your opinion on the dream pop band My Bloody Valentine from Dublin, Ireland? I don't know them. I am so sorry, Sleepy3816. And that leaves the final game to rank. It's Void Stranger. Okay, brand new game, so we got to take it to the bottom of the list. Does Void Stranger... Wait, hang on. Does Void Stranger beat Deadly Premonition 2? I mean, come on. In fact, we can move Void Stranger. Does it beat UFO 50, Silent Hill F, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, Look Outside, Signalis, Detention, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Metroid Prime, Fallout New Vegas, Tunic, Tekken 8, and God Hand? Does Void Stranger get into the gates of acceptance? I would say easily. Easily. Does it beat Termina? Yes, it does. No More Heroes 3, Mystical Ninja 64, Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, Full Throttle, Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island 999, VLR, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Void Stranger has officially entered the Mountains of Quality. Deadly Premonition, Killer 7, Cave Story, Hotline Miami 2, Portal 2, Banjo-Kazooie, Hyper Light Drifter, XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, Monster Hunter World, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Void Stranger at number 80 has entered the Bridge of Killers. Dokapon Kingdom, Tony Hawk's 3, Azura's Wrath, Bahamut Lagoon, Persona 4 Golden, Witch's House, Spelunky 2, Mega Man 2, Dragon Quest 11, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Danganronpa 2, Doki Doki Literature Club, Yume Nikki, Disgaea, Pokemon Soul Silver, Binding of Isaac, Phoenix Wright, Garrow Mark of the Wolves, Silent Hill 3, Gunstar Heroes. Void Stranger has officially entered the doorway of the best. Does it beat Bloodborne, Mouthwashing, Earthbound, Cuphead, Beautiful Joe, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario 3D World, Super Metroid, Donkey Kong Country 2? Void Stranger is on the threshold of brilliance. No More Heroes, The Walking Dead Season 1, Super Punch-Out, Streets of Rage 2, Elden Ring, Shenmue 2, Touhou 8 Imperishable Night, Expedition 33. It beats it. Does Void Stranger beat Nier? Yes, it does. WWE No Mercy? Yes. Gitaru Man? Yes. Resident Evil 4? Yes. Half-Life? Yes. Street Fighter 6? Yes. Secret of Mana? Yes. Does Void Stranger beat Baldur's Gate 3? Hang on, maybe I do know My Bloody Valentine, because people are making fun of me in the chat. I have genuinely never heard of this band. I don't know who they are. I'm sure they're great. Okay, we gotta keep going here. Void Stranger. Void Stranger defeats Baldur's Gate 3. It now enters the top 33 games on this list. Does Void Stranger beat Smash Bros. Ultimate? Yes, it does. Does it beat the Resident Evil remake? Yes, it does. Does it beat Devil May Cry 5? Yes, it does. Does Void Stranger enter the top 30 by beating Bayonetta 2? Wait, didn't Expedition 33 win the 2025 list? It won the 2025 list. It lost to Void Stranger in the All Games 2025 category. Void Stranger beats Bayonetta 2 and enters the ascension of the Super Beasts. Does Void Stranger beat Disco Elysium? I think we need more dramatic music than this. This will do. Does Void Stranger beat Disco Elysium? Guys, let go of the My Bloody Valentine thing. It's getting kind of weird. SleepZ3816. You should check out their album Loveless. Your tiny little mind would obsess over it. People are being weird to the point in the comments that now I do not want to check out that band. Honestly, I think it does. I think Void Stranger beats Disco Elysium for me. It's getting tight. It's getting tight like that. Disco Elysium was the first one to really punch Void Stranger in the face and slow its momentum. Does Void Stranger beat Street Fighter Alpha 3? Oh my god. Yes, I think it does, and I think it beats Tekken 5. And I think it beats Legend of the Mystical Ninja. I think it beats Wind Waker. I think it beats Final Fantasy VI. I think it beats Mass Effect 2. Dead Rising. Fuck. It's so close to the top 20. Oh, okay. What's coming after it? Fear and Hunger. Jesus. And after that, Majora's Mask. Guys, that is some big bad bosses between Void Stranger and breaking into the top 20. And I don't think it's gonna beat Dead Rising, which means your brand new number 23 is Void Stranger. I should not need to explain that that is a monumental achievement. What a climb. What a climb. So the rest of the list are number 23, Void Stranger. Number 22, Dead Rising. Number 21, Fear and Hunger. Number 20, Majora's Mask. Number 19, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Number 18, Pokemon Blue. Number 17, Super Mario World. Number 16, Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. Number 15, Devotion. Number 14, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 13, Lisa the Painful. Number 12, Super Mario 64. Number 11, Link to the Past. Number 10, The Domain of God, Yakuza 0. Number 9, Metal Gear Solid 2. Number 8, Ocarina of Time. Number 7, Dark Souls. Number 6, Undertale. Number 5, Capcom vs. SNK 2. Number 4, Street Fighter Third Strike. Number 3, Silent Hill 2. Number 2, Mother 3. And number 1, the throne of the undisputed, Final Fantasy VII. Chat, that is my top 100 games list for another year. Oh, that is always so intense. But I feel good about it. I think Void Stranger found the right spot, and I think number 23 is good. It's really, really good. Isn't Ocarina of Time too similar to Majora's Mask? Well, I do not think so. How much of the ranking is nostalgia based? Like, how likely is a new game to get to the domain of God? I mean, the most recent games to get into the domain of God are Yakuza 0 and Undertale. Look, when you're talking about nostalgia in games, I think that is a surprisingly nebulous concept, because, like, what are you actually asking? Like, if you're asking me to separate a game from my memories of it, I have no interest in doing that, and I see no value in doing it. I don't believe in the objective examination of art, and to me, my memories of a game are the game, and I don't have any interest in, like, appealing to general consensus about a particular game. Even though, like, for the most part, I think my top 10 is very, like, most people would be like, yeah, fair enough, whatever. But yeah. Do you think a game will ever surpass Final Fantasy VII for you? God, I hope so. I really, really hope so. But I feel like when you get into your favorite games of all time, you cannot separate them from what they meant to you when you first played them, right? All art is media that invokes feeling. Yeah, the Rock Reaper for sure. Lol, every review is based on nostalgia because it's based on your past experience. I mean, to a degree, right? Like, how much is your favorite game because of what it meant to you personally and what it meant to you at the time, versus how much is it you looking at it objectively and being like, that's a crisp jump. The pacing in this second act is exquisite. You know? Like, I see no value in that. Yeah, and, like, obviously this list is deeply self-consciously subjective, and I wouldn't want it to be anything else. Yeah. Oh, that is always such an intense stream, but that is going to do it for the final Gamer Awards this year. If you are over on Twitch, let me see. What say we raid the Nextlander, guys? Guys, Nextlander are very kind. Some of you might remember Vinny from the charity stream last weekend. Please be kind to them. They are some of the most entertaining and well-meaning people I have ever met, and I really adore their shit. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for me this year. No stream next week, but there will be a lot of content up on regular Eyepatchwolf. If you're a patron, I'm about to drop a big Patreon video ranking all my favorite shonen anime. There's like 30 or 40 on the list, and it was really, really fun to make. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for your support this year. It has been crazy watching regular Eyepatchwolf kind of blow up. These streams have been so much fun, and I just want to say thank you for still being here. It really means the world to me. Okay, I'm gonna hit raid now. To the YouTube watchers, goodbye.